Okay. Good morning. Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom. We welcome you all to our today's live broadcast right here from our homeland, Radio Biafra. Here in Biafra land, where I am broadcasting from. Thank you for joining us. I remain the fearless Ipob evangelist Mazi Maduabuchi. I am from N1gerian. N1gerian is in N1gerian. N1gerian is a local government in N1gerian province, Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster under Ipob. Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, and he is still incarcerated in DSS solitary confinement illegally, and that is why we are here. We are fighting for Biafra under self-determination. Self-determination is a universal law enshrined in the UN Charter of the Rights of Indigenous People, Section 4 and 5. And that is where we are. We never engage in any act of violence, and we remain there. Ipob family members that are in detention, we go through court for their release. We have never attacked any detention facility. We are alerting the world because we are very well aware of what we are doing. Self-defense is applicable. It is a natural law. And we do not remove war in what we are doing. Eventually, Nigeria chooses that path. But we are now informing the world that we have maintained self-determination from when we started. We are Ipob led by Nnamdi Kanu. For your information, in case you are having another different thought, Nigerians should know that we all remember what Nnamdi Kanu said. And that is why we are here. All we demand is for referendum for the people of Biafra. When referendum is conducted for our people, if they vote to be Nigeria, Ipob have done their job. And we will give glory to God. But for now, the very useless called Nigeria that was amalgamated 1914, and in the very amalgamation agreement, the British, the God of Nigeria, Lugard, said that it will last for 100 years. And whoever that is ready to live after the 100 years should do so. But Biafrans did not move in the 100 years. All we do is that we ask Nigeria to allow us to go on referendum so that our people decide, because the very Nigeria have never benefited us. Rather, we are always the victim. 1966, there was a coup carried on by Nigerian armies, majority of the Yorubas, but was led by an Igbo man from N1gerian. It was turned to an Igbo coup, and that led to the massacring of our people. They call it Igbo coup. Even present today, if you call N1gerian Biafra, they will say no. It is in Niger Delta. It is in south to south. It is not Biafra. But because of somebody from N1gerian, you killed Biafrans, Igbos. You say it's Igbo coup. So now it is no longer Igbo. Nzogu is now from Benin. Nzogu is now from Yoruba. Also, N1gerian is now Yoruba. N1gerian is now Togo. N1gerian is now Ghana. God will punish all of you. And that is why we are here, to double cross all of you, because we know what we are doing. The very Nigeria we do not belong here. They killed us because they carried on coup to install a Yoruba man as a president. And on that, they started killing us. They were bringing our dead bodies from Jos, from Kanu, from Kaduna. And on this matter, when they killed our heroes, Ojukwu had to call them, knowing that there is problem. They now went to Ghana, and the General Hankara of Ghana presided over that very meeting called Aburi Accord Agreement. And in returning here, the God of Nigeria, what is his name? What is his name? The name of that British Prime Minister. What is the name of that man? I've forgotten his name. They told Gowon not to allow the Aburi Accord agreement to continue, that they should not implement it. We are counting this because of those very idiots. We are sending a strong warning to Nigerian politicians, especially from those from the north. Those from the north and some few dubious Yoruba individuals and Igbo criminals claiming to be politicians, and some from the place they call South, giving the federal, useless federal government as a suggestion to kill Nnamdi Kanu. Just imagine, after defeating them, and that is why we are here. Somebody should not compare Nnamdi Kanu with Abiola. Abiola is a thief. Was a thief. A thief. He stole Nigerian money. He's a politician. He was a politician. They stole with Obasanjo. Right? He became a thief. And he had issue with his co-thief, his colleagues in thievery, co-politicians. He contested with them. They refused to give him president because he's a thief. He cannot say he was a thief. Abiola was a thief. 30 years ago, Abiola, a thief, a Yoruba thief, Abiola, ITT. He contested for election. And his fellow thief, Babangida, said no. They put him in detention. Nnamdi Kanu did not contest the election. He have never served Nigeria in any office. He have never earned a salary. He's asking for referendum. If you are having such thoughts, that is why we are here. In case you don't know. Remember, the Nnamdi Kanu we are talking about, from 2015, that Nigerian government started, even Obasanjo arrested him. He was 6 months in detention in Fort Abuja. There was another one that arrested him 3 months. Now, from 2015, that the very general, the late General Buhari, who decided that he would shun Biafra issue, when he came, he kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Murtala Mohammed Airport, Abuja. What was the date? 14th of October 2015. 14th of October 2015. Yes, I'm live. Thank you. Harold Winston. Thank you. My ass have not reached there. Harold Winston, the very thief who told Gowon to go and kill us. The first gunshot was in Ogoja. Harold Winston, the god of Nigeria, that truncated Aburi Accord agreement. Do you understand? Thank you. We move. Yes, my brother, I'm live. Yes, we knew. We move. Let us continue and explain Nnamdi Kanu's victory before somebody will be thinking about comparing Nnamdi Kanu with a thief, Abiola. Is it not because of Abiola that Tinubu is now a president? I'm still coming to the victories of Nnamdi Kanu. But do you know that Tinubu becomes president? Those international community, you see US, congratulating Tinubu, those EU that is shutting up because of the death of Abiola, because of the truncating of the criminal Abiola's election, that was the reason, that was what Nigerian government presented to US, telling them that Tinubu is a Yoruba man, Abiola is a Yoruba, was a Yoruba man, is a Yoruba man, or was a Yoruba man. So that this is 30 years that a Yoruba man won president of Nigeria, and his presidency was truncated by military head of state, Babangida, and now a Yoruba man, Tinubu, have won again, and they want to remove him. This was the reason, those idiots, that they gave a language to be obedient to a very rubbish that have expired after 100 and something years. They said they are obedient to Nigeria that have expired because they used it to give them a language. Are they aware of what I'm saying? Are they aware of what I am saying? That Tinubu is a president that all those Western world, they became silent because they presented to them a very, out of Nigerian constitution. That thing P2B is going to court is not what they presented to US and UK. They presented to them how Nigeria was threatened by the UK. How? Tribal. They now went into tribal. It is no longer Nigeria. They now told the US. Remember, Abiola was a Yoruba man. So Tinubu is now a Yoruba man. And if you remove him, it will cause trouble in Nigeria. This idiot that was following P2B to court, they don't even know. That was the authentic reason why if you shout to call him US, even if they bring their fake result, he remains the president because a Yoruba man was killed for winning. And they are comparing it now. They say this is 30 years, 1993 to 2023. It is 30 years. It was a that is a legitimate reason why Tinubu should, Supreme Court should not rule on the favor of P2B. But all of you were jumping. You went to school. I went to Kanu. I went to New York. Idiot who don't listen. You don't remember history. Thank you. Share it very wide. They are dreaming to kill Odogu that have won them. Let us go back to his victories. Nnamdi Kanu, a prince that refused to add prince in his name. Obridika Kanane. You say you are Dimba, he will press you down. Look at Nigeria that have won. They have killed so many people. Why are you talking? Hey, let us kill him. After Abiola was killed, you must be a fool. You must be a thief. You compare an innocent man with a thief, Abiola. A politician contesting for Nigerian presidency. Is it not becoming contesting? He demands for referendum. And in all the allegations you gave to him, he has defeated you. Justice Ademola of the Federal High Court decided Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally 20th of December 2015 on the charges of terrorism and treason. We knew that Buhari committed treason 1983 against Nigerians, against Shagari, a legitimate president that was voted in 1979. We told them we are tired of Nigeria. Why did the Tinubu Buhari overthrow Shagari? Because the Igbo man was a vice. And the Igbo man, that is a vice to Shagari. And the Igbo man was also a special advisor to Mr. President on political matters and special duties. Professor in politics. Let Shuba Okadibo, one of we. He was the one who discussed with Shagari on the return of Ojukwu, and they called for a national conference and discussed it and agreed. So returning of Ojukwu, the Northerners now saw Ojukwu as a president because his brother was vice, and his brother is a special advisor on political matters and also special duties. So they now see that as far as these two people are closer to Shagari, that Ojukwu is now the Nigerian president. He will know the secret. That's why they sent Buhari to overthrow. He committed treason, but he was charging Nnamdi Kanu for treason. The late Buhari, if there is Buhari, so you tell me that it is only in Tinubu's government that somebody handed over and his name is no longer, they no longer call his name. But to Jonathan's name, after handing over to Buhari, they call his name for complete 8 years. Why is the name of Buhari silent? Because Buhari is dead. An impostor was ruling you. An impostor conducted the election for the zoo. Why is the name of Buhari silent? Nobody is calling Buhari. Because Tinubu knows there is no Buhari. He is carrying the whole load on his head. There is no Buhari to call. There is no Buhari to blame. There is no Buhari there. That is why you don't see Tinubu blame anybody. He knew there is no Buhari. They pampered an impostor. So Buhari handed over and everywhere is silent. Nobody is remembering Buhari. Nobody called Buhari. Nobody remembers Aisha. Nobody invites them in occasion. Nobody calls them. Nobody called them for ex-president. God will punish you. But the name of Jonathan was active. Even as he handed over, they were calling him here and there. But to silent, under 1 week, the name of Buhari became silent. Because he's dead. If Buhari is alive, why is it that nobody remembers him? Mad people. Thank you. Thank you. We are dealing with them completely. What are we to gain here? Ebutu Kiwe was vice president. Military to Babangida. the thief. He signed Nigeria into OIC without the notice of his vice deputy. And Deputy Kiwe says, that's the number one reason of why I resigned. Nigeria is supposed not to be signed into OIC. But they refused to let me know. Because of a Yoruba man to become president of Nigeria, Awolowo, Igbo people was massacred. They call it Igbo Q. But because Nzogo is an Igbo man, today if you call Anioma, one idiot will tell you, hey, Anioma is not Igbo. But do you know that they killed Igbo people because Anioma man led a coup that the majority of the army were Yorubas, only to bring Awolowo from prison, bring him out, and make him Nigerian president. But you turn it Igbo Q. Today we call Anioma. Like, say, no, but you killed us because of Anioma man. As stupid as Nigerians are, we are dealing with you in truth and in honesty, and we must honor our God. Before we remind you the victories of Nnamdi Kanu, that will be our starting point after prayer. Na lekele na rotuto na roja man na bulelu na di chisibuchi na di rebi ebi odo edika gi odo yirigi imerezudo anyị ka bụkwa ụmụ gị ndị IPOB ndị jikwara ngwa ọrụ wee na-ala Nigeria n'iyi. Anyị ma na imego ha ihe ijikwa detention of Nnamdi Kanu na-ala ha n'iyi. Kama anyị na-ayọsị gị were ezi ụzọ ọzọ ka Nigeria ahụ frize Nnamdi Kanu na-ebuchi. Ọ gwara anyị na ọ dị onye ga-egbu ya otu a ka anyị hụgoro ya. Kemgbe ahụ igosi anyị na-ebuchi. Anya ma otu si apị kọtụ n'ime ha wee nye ruling n'onwe onye rụrụ nrọ ya, onwe onye lere anya ya. Ịbụkwa na ochi otu a ka isi sọrọ ndakwa ha n'ihe niile a na-eme ha hụgo na ọ gago n'isi njedobe. A na-asịsị ka egbu ị na-egbu ya ebe ama na ọ gị kpọpụtara ya. Ịsịkwa ya atụla ashị, ya atụkwala ụjọ, ya dịle bribe na o dewe iwu ata na ọ dị ihe ga-eme ya na ọ ga-enweta Biafra. Eze udo o dewe gị ya. Na ya ekele nara otuto nara ọjịja mma na ndị iro na-amaghị onye anyị bụ ka na-ajụ anyị ngwa ọgụ. Beta anyị ma na-ebu ngwa ọgụ anyị ebe ọ bụla ọgụ ruru ka ị na-ebu anyị ngwa ọgụ. Ọ dị anyị lụcha anya kwasa ngwongwo ebe ahụ gbara aka mụfuo anyị mitikwa ọgụ ebe ọzọ ekwe anyị ngwa ọgụ. Otu a ka isikwa na-etukwu ụmụ Izrel n'oge nke ha. Imele eze udo, imele eze amara, nara ekele nara otuto n'ihi na ebu chi n'aha gị chi ukwu okike abịa amara pụrụ ime ihe niile. We have prayed. Ise. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Aiji Madinala. Very, very important you share the program very, very wide. Anyị na-achọ ịgbachibido ha ihu. Anyị na-achọ ịgbachibido ha ihu. Right? Let me remind them the victories of Nnamdi Kanu in their own court, not in Ghana court, not in Togo court, not in Benin Republic court, not in Niger court. In Nigerian courts. The time of Oju, the British managed to tag our fathers rebels, and so many foreign countries accepted it. But in the time of IPOB, when we have used the achievement of our father to stand, because we are standing on the achievements of our fathers 67 to 70. And that is why, before we stand on it, we ask questions. Why is it that they didn't finish this building? And we got the answer. And we now knew that the blackmail of our father by the British 67 to 70 is still working on us. That our face is still black. That people don't take us as human beings. Even when we cry out, they don't see us as human beings. Because when they call Nigeria and ask them why, Nigeria will present to them that these are the children of rebels. That we are rebels. That we should not be listened to. And IPOB came up with self-determination to clean the faces of our fathers, to clean that charcoal, to clean that rebel that is still existing on us, that even in the foreign countries, they put us in prison anyhow. Because when we report to Nigerian embassy will reply them that this is a child of rebel, that they should hold him, that they should deal with him. And that's why IPOB did not come with a gun. We come with self-determination, which you must endure. You will only achieve it when you persevere. There must be perseverance, endurance, to maintain self-determination. Good morning. Good afternoon. Thank you. Good evening. And good night. according to people's location. Do you understand? We maintained it. And that's why today we are presentable. We can protest any part of the world. We can submit our protest letter. They will reply us officially as humans. We are no longer children of rebels. We are now humans. We have vindicated our fathers. We have cleaned the faces of our fathers. And we have cleaned our faces. And today, they can grant us asylum in the name of Ipob. Very wonderful work. You think you carry on gun with this image that you can get anything. With that image, you pick gun. A man Nnamdi cannot mind. You must kill that image. You must clear it. You must prove to the world that your fathers was right. That they were blackmailed. And how did we prove it? They killed us. We endured. They killed us. We sustained it. We were provoked to go to war. We said no. The British brought war on us 7 to 70. And they turn around and say that our fathers are rebels. Today, we have proven the British wrong. That is, only in Nigeria we attack terrorists. And all over the world, we are not terrorists. But that time, we are terrorists in different parts of the world. Now, today, we have destroyed Nigeria on their own by proving to the world that Fulani herdsmen are terrorists in the world. They are the fourth deadliest in the world. You may say they are not terrorists in Nigeria, but they are terrorists in the world. The same thing they did to our fathers, 1967 to 70. Though our fathers wasn't terrorists, though Fulani herdsmen are terrorists, they committed it. It is not an allegation. But our fathers' own was allegation. But today, we have proved it, because had we not raised voice, the world will not see the atrocities of Fulani herdsmen and label them terrorists. On the, what was the date? What was the date? What was 22nd of November 2015? Fulani herdsmen, the fourth deadliest terrorist organization in the world. 22nd of November 2015. I can remember it now. Going on email. I was jogging here. They say, you know, man, now log a board. I go on a boy. It has a liar. The guy at the Hennessy. I went back him. Okay, got issue. And that is why we memorize things. Because of confrontation. Because I am a retentive memory. Do you understand? Share it. Oh. We are also live on Okwanyono page. Okwanyono. We are there. But so Ejiofor called me Okwanyono on my birthday. Chineke mekwere m ebere. But I said, fire Ejiofor. That's the Okwanyono. We are moving. Kailandi Roni. Our truth. Facebook, stop disturbing yourself. You cannot stop us. You cannot. Excuse me. Let me sip some water. So now, we are now presentable. We are now presentable. We are wanting, this message is going to those that are thinking. I know why I am analyzing this. Hey, let us kill Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing happened. I know why I am analyzing this to you. You know, you went to Unilag. But you don't know anything. You just think that Nnamdi Kanu is a Nigerian. So you can handle him like a Nigerian. He's not a Nigerian. International law. He was born in Nigeria. He was born in Biafra after all. He was born in Biafra after all. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu have never been a Nigerian. He was born 1967. He was born a Biafran. Do you understand? And after all, he now got to UK citizenship. And denied his Nigerian citizenship. And tear his passport, 2015. Now you see, you don't handle him like a Nigerian. And again, you don't handle him like a politician. He's not Abiola. Do you understand? He have never served in any Nigerian office. And mind you, what he's asking for is referendum. In case you don't know. He's not demanding for Nigerian president. He's not asking for senator. He don't want to be governor. So you don't think that a freed man a freedman, you charge for terrorism and mutiny. That is, mutiny is treason, overthrowing government. Thank you. I pressing them down. Make sure that others join. Tag people to come in. Also tag Nigerian government, any official, international platforms. Tag them in the program. Just bring them in. Both Amnesty, both UN, both EU, both everybody. Bring them into this very program. Bring the Nigerian medias into the program. Bring them in. Just tag them in the comments. Kaiba has now. Thank you. From the pictures there, before I return back to them, on the victories of Nnamdi Kanu, before you think about that, because what I just explained is for you to understand we know what we are doing. You cannot fight for Biafra without cleaning the faces of your fathers they call rebels. Immediately you rise up with a gun. They will tell the world, that's how their father did. That's how their father did. And you become a fool. And that will be your end. That's why we took time. We are provoked. They killed us in Ipob. They killed us in National School, but they killed us in Igbocha. They killed us in Obibo. They killed us in Abakaliki. They killed us in Delta. They killed us in Onitsha. They killed us in even Onitsha evangelism. They also killed us in Headbridge. They killed us in Emene. We endured these things because if we retaliate, they will kill our people. They will leave IPOB. They will go into communities. They will go into markets. We endured these things to vindicate our fathers. The people don't know. If you call on them, they can ask you, where are you calling from? And where are you from in Biafra land? That is to say, terrorism does not have address. Terrorism does not have identity. Do you understand? That's why repented Boko Haram terrorists, they can never publish their name. They will always give you a figure. 420 Fulani terrorists, they have repented. 1,200 Boko Haram terrorists repented. What are their names? So that if I see them in my community, at the checking point in my community, I'll say, okay, this is Abdullahi. He was Abdullahi Isa. He's among the 720 repented Boko Haram. They can't publish that they are terrorists. Terrorists does not have name. That's why Nigerian government and their police security, all their agencies, they always kidnap IPOB family members in their meeting ground or in their houses. Not in the bush, not in the camp, not in anywhere. But you see them, hey, we invaded the IPOB camp. But all the rest of IPOB, was it in camp? No. In the houses, in the meetings. So how come you report camp? Because you have been defeated. As if we have camp where we gather with these children. So we have a camp where our children, don't everybody, our children register in IPOB, our wives, everybody, our mothers. So we have camp where we gather with our old men in the camp. IPOB camp with the 80 years old men that are IPOB family members. You will have a camp. God will punish the idiots. Mad idiots. Do you understand? Nnamdi Kanu defeated Nigeria in the court of justice. Honorable Justice Ademola of the Federal High Court, Abuja. December 20th, 2015. They took the case to the court of Justice John Sogu because they refused to obey court order. Right? They should know that Abiola did not go to court. Abiola contested, and his fellow criminal, Babangida, because they are all thieves. You cannot blame a thief that killed a thief. There must be a reason why a thief killed the fellow thief. So the killings of thief Abiola by a fellow thief, Abacha or Co, or Mustafa, right, who poisoned him, poisoned his teacup, as Oputa panel, as they presented in Oputa. You cannot present or compare such matter with an innocent Nnamdi Kanu that did not contest, only demanding for referendum. In case you are from Bauchi or Sokoto or Kebbi, you are suggesting it to federal government, you must be dreaming. Where is Sheikh Gumi? What is Sheikh Gumi? Where is the terrorist minister? Sheikh Gumi, Minister of Insurgency, Minister of Terrorism, Minister of Negotiation with the terrorists. Sheikh Gumi, you never got that because of him. Now Nnamdi Kanu have defeated. We told you, you look for our trouble. We told you, we will patiently defeat Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu said, I studied the British because I lived in England. And I studied Biafra 20 years. And in that 20 years, I studied our people 15 years. I spent 20 hours a day for Biafra. From meeting brokers, answering calls, and I managed 4 hours a day. When I was today, I prayed 7 times a day for IPOB. Who knows how many times he's praying now for IPOB? Whether it is 14 or 21. Because Nigeria doubled every of their effort now. Maybe Nnamdi Kanu is now praying 21 days a day, 21 times a day for IPOB. But some idiots are jumping up to defeat IPOB. That a holy man is leading. The very instruction from our God, he maintains it. You will not lie. You will not take bribe. You will not be afraid of anybody. He maintains them. So how do you defeat him? Thank you. I need in the room, man. Umumona Wamoku. Mpona studio ya po. Noro until we are in a place where Biafra, they will all return back. Tomorrow they were here, or immediately you start talking on Abia. I am still coming. I am on Justice John Soho ruling. My yesterday evangelism outdoor with our people. After Mr. we're one two here. Oh, but not that you have what you say in mind, no, no. Oh, he wrote there, I said, thank you. Ekuchalo kusiha mwenye kule question. And we don't want down, man down behind the Bechota. Ndi mwechana question. Ama wonya hebu. Ama na chile kena kwa yoku momo. Ndi odinire na kwa yoku iye. Ozubom na bacha yo kirikiri, bacha yo kirikiri, bacha yo kirikiri. Kocha hanye waze hana center. And when we question, how do you know for your abilities? Now before, now we questions. But after the message, now at everywhere, I under 1 hour. Under 1 hour. Can so for 2 years. Under 1 hour, their problem for 2 years was solved. Also, if you did not come that yesterday, if you say Chimale has again in Oji, they will now explain to you. That's how I leader Jimana is not here. Can you abako muchine kaiga abako? I got the idea, gas and make and a fish back in a fish at Aron back. After addressing you, Ebamana, all your questions there can have a name as Uzioma. And though I will be hitting them. That's why I know my plan before coming. Those people in the congregation to be responding to their questions. Handsome now, what's the question? They want a question, honey, now. She don't get very. I confirm one I didn't get Diego. No one I didn't do Biafra Diego. What's the land information? Truthfulness or wash eziokwu na ikwu ya ị ka ga-ekwukwu ya next 2 years. But ashi ị ga-echefu ya, you repeat another thing ejide gị. You cannot save ashi na memory ọ na-adị macha intact. Ọ na-delete. Ashi na-delete kale. Like this post na say delete after 30 days. You delete ya, ibido chewe ya.
But eziokwu akpọta gị ka ikwu otu ochie ndị maka na you be seeing the picture immediately akpọta gị n'ụra gị jụọ gị that thing you were away otu ochie mee it will appear on your screen ikwuwe ya ị na-eme ya ka TV but ashị ị ga-eme mistake jụọ na-ekpere ma ya mere ọ na-eje ya repeat okwuche ya ochefuo maka ọwa ashị you will always forget ashị ikwuo nke ọ dị ka ọ ya kacha mma and ejiokwu defend that. Immediately you bring truth closer to defend lies. All your lies will be exposed. You will keep defending lies with lie, and you are lying more. You will keep lying to defend lie. Even to the extent you will kill to defend lie, because this man is aware you lied. So you have to kill that man to sustain your lie. And they defend the truth, they defend. Oh, I'm going to go truth. They defend the truth. We move. They refuse to obey court order of Justice Johnson. What is it called? Justice Ademola, Honorable Justice. We call him Honorable Justice Ademola because he was very, very sincere in that judgment. He, in the presence of Labaran Federal Counsel, that is DSS prosecutor, Labaran. The very idiot that came to Federal High Court with the generator, with and the DVT to come and play the voice of Nnamdi Kanu. But he never played the voice of Sheikh Gumi. He never played. Mad people. They took it to the court of. So that let me explain what Ademola did to the very idiot. When he presented these charges on that day of ruling, that day the man discharging Nnamdi Kanu, he asked Labaran, the Federal Counsel, yes, I am warning the politicians that are comparing Nnamdi Kanu with Abiola. That is why I am explaining this. We are still coming to hit Nigeria in their history. You tell me your grant, why you must force us into Nigeria. So now, he asked Labaran, by telling them that the court, that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist and he committed treason. So the man asked Labaran, how many are the victims of his terrorism? Sorry. Who are the victims of his terrorism? Yes. They asked, the judge asked Labaran, who are the victims of his terrorism? Labaran started dancing. That he posed national security threat through his piracy radio. Naked dance in the Federal High Court. 2015 December. By Labaran. Right? After dancing, Justice Ademola, honorable, add it, honorable. There are judges that do not deserve honorable. Right? Ademola returned back. Maybe in his mind, he thought that Labaran did not understand the English. So he brought it low and asked Labaran, how many people have died under his terror? Remember the first one was, who are the victims of his terrorism? Maybe it was a raw English to Labaran, the Fulani. So he brought it down and asked him, how many people have died under his terror? We don't just say he discharged, we will tell you what he said. And Labaran want to dance again, and the man decided Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, knowing that this is just rubbish. You come here and say it's a treason. He committed treason. Treason we knew Buhari committed against Shagari. You are here using the government of Buhari to charge somebody for treason. When the man in charge, the Buhari that was in charge, then committed treason against democracy, he is now ruling on that democratic, and they charging somebody that is fighting for freedom for treason, and somebody got the mind, he says he's a prosecutor, to come to court to prosecute an innocent man on the charges Buhari committed in 1983. You want to tag it on Nnamdi Kanu? You want to jail Nnamdi Kanu with your Buhari's crimes against Shagari, so that Buhari will be free Because he committed it, he is now repented. You voted him as a civilian president, a man that is against civil rule. He's against civil rule. 1983, two of us. Babangida overthrew him 1985. Buhari overthrew Shagari December 31st, 1983. What will you do to us? We'll keep saying the truth. We say it the way it is. Do you understand? Now, the case was they refused to obey this court order. They moved it to the court of Justice John Soho. And before the ruling of John Soho, IPOB family members was massacred in National High School Aba, praying for the release of Nnamdi Kanu on his illegal detention, because it had become illegally detained. He had become illegally detained there after the rulings of Ademola. Coming to 2016, he is now illegally detained. Mind you that there was no fresh detention warrant issued by any court to detain Nnamdi Kanu. Just that DSS said no. And mind you that after the judgment of or the declaration of Justice Ademola of the Federal High Court Abuja, that the very detention warrant have become invalid and they have no ground to detain somebody. That was to say, DSS was detaining Nnamdi Kanu on their own power. I am informing politicians from the north and some Yoruba and the politicians from the east and the place the east, right? That are trying to convince the government. If you kill Nnamdi Kanu, the picture of ESN I'm showing you here is just, it's not Biafra army. They are vigilante. Are you aware? Before you think of rubbish. They are vigilante. Do not be deceived with what your agent is presenting to you. Simon Agreement. 9 people, 8 people, 11 people, 14 people. Always the same people. Always the same people. You see this picture of here, always the same people in the same emo. I am at Ishimweke. I am at Ogo. I am at Okigwe. The same people they say is a gentle. That is giving people money by creating content. Then bloggers are using his content to get money. Don't be deceived with that. See picture of one assembly of ESN. This was how they were presented in different states, in all the states in Biafra land. This is how they were presented, and that is how they are. Over 250,000 of them. It does not take 10 minutes to form an army by an organization that already have a disciplined man. In case you are dreaming, IPOB is a very well-organized movement. The ESN is disciplined, and you have never seen Biafra army. Do not joke with us. Waiting is not wasting. Be patient to receive information. In case you don't know. Don't take our patience for granted. For dreaming to compare Nnamdi Kanu with Abiola. Are you mad? Yeah, you kill him, nothing happened. You must be dreaming. It's just ESN or vigilante that are in the bush, not Biafra army. But I know why I tag Nnamdi Kanu's appeal court ruling here. This has been acquitted. For your information. Do you understand? And you see Mazi Maduabuchi's speech post. That is why we are here. We continue. In our share, excuse me. We continue. Now, they moved the case to the court of Justice John Soho. He wanted to go on secret trial. You know, I was on the killings of IPOB members in National High School. So, they moved to John Soho. John Soho tried to go on secret trial, and then Nnamdi Kanu and Maduabuchi and co, they said no to secret trial. Some of us have forgotten Onwudiwe, Chidebere Onwudiwe, Nwawisi, then Ishinwa, and Maduabuchi, you know. Some of us have forgotten that they are casemates to Onyendu. These are victories we have secured. He was the one that visited Onyendu, Maduabuchi. But he was once a casemate because we destroyed that very case. That's why this recent kidnapping of Nnamdi from Kenya, Bintanyako refused to present that warrant, which they were telling the world that Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. What they came up with was amended count charges. And in all these amended count charges, they were all from 2018 to 2021. That you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from 2018 to 2021. That you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from 2018 to 2021. A man that his house was attacked 2017. Now, you told the world that he jumped bail. What about the warrant he was granted bail on? You were tagging him, jumping bail. We ask you, why did you hide that warrant? No, you know, because that warrant had been destroyed by the attack in his house by Nigerian army. Because if you raise that case, we would bring back the attack on his house. That's why the very warrant was hidden, because federal government discussed it with Bintanyako. Thank you. Do you understand? Now, at the end, Honorable Justice John Soho discharged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 2016. And I am asking, which particular warrant was taken to the court of Justice John Soho? Was it the same warrant? Detention warrant that was already discharged by Justice Ademola? Is it the warrant that they took? Was it the warrant that they took to the court of Justice John Soho, an invalid detention warrant? I've been in their court and I was discharged and acquitted, and I knew that immediately I was discharged and acquitted, that the very warrant was stamped and signed by the judge, and automatically it becomes invalid to detain me. How come after Justice Ademola freed Nnamdi Kanu, they took him to John Soho? With which warrant? Was there a court that brought a very fresh detention warrant? No. We know why we are reminding Nigerians. Yeah, kill him. If you kill him, he will forget him. Like Abiola. I know why we remind you. You think we are joking? You know you went to Oxford University, London. We are here. I stopped in primary 4. We'll deal with you. Say you are in Nigeria. Mad people. We remind you. Let us kill him after defeating you. I thank IPOB leadership for bringing that press release and tell the world that we are ready for talk for referendum. Had we not done that, Nigeria would have been in a better position. By now, they will be lying to the world. When they call them and ask them, negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu now before the judgment, they will tell them, hey, but they are not ready for negotiation. They are causing mayhem. They are committing mayhem in the East. But today, they have nothing to present. If you international community call them, they will be dancing. Naked dance. They have no reply. Because the 3 months adjournment is a time for negotiation. But they want to run away from it. And idiots from Kebi, Kanu, Katsina, and some Yoruba people, and the Igbo people, and some politicians, they call and they appointed ministers and some idiots. Trying to say, hey, if you kill Nnamdi Kanu, you just forget it. The most popular man in the world. Are you mad? He leading the largest mass movement on earth. We destroy all UN embassies. Then people ask us why. All UK embassy will destroy it all over the world. Then you know the reason. You think we'll be here? IPOB, we move war away from our land. Though you are using a Berimawan agent provocateur to be doing as if there is war in our land. We have moved it away. If you want trouble, now we'll come into the north. We'll destroy the north. God is our witness. We'll never allow war in our land. All of you, if you want to return back home, you will not see a place to live. We must create a scenario of Yemen, scenario of Syria, scenario of Somalia, in the northern part of the Democratic Republic of the Zoo. Try and see now. You think we are here for joke? We want to prove you wrong. We want to prove the British wrong. That is why we are patient. Not that we cannot bite. We want to prove you wrong on the allegation that our fathers are rebels. That is why we have been enduring all these things. Not that we are cowards and we have proven you wrong. Then if you want to do the worst, then try and do it now. That the world is aware that our matters can be presented. We are no longer rebels. We are now presentable to any nation. Our matters are on tables of the world. But before we were rebels. That's why you tag us terrorists. In order to renew the labeling of our father, rebels. To remind the world that these are children of rebels. Without knowing that IPOB have not crossed you with our peaceful approach. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Do you understand? You know, some of them, if they drink champagne and they are aware their oil money is coming, they will come and conclude on a people that they kept empty-handed. Are you very stupid? You took our resources. You kill our fathers. You kill our children. You set checking point. You are still come to community to kill us. And at that minute, God gave us Nnamdi. And through Nnamdi, we got IPOB. Through IPOB, we got ESN. And this is the only thing we have. And that is your target. And you think you can take away what the only thing we have and we will just go, it's all right, let us go and sleep. You must be mad. You took oil, you took coal, you took gold, you took cement in Calago, you took everything, you took ceramic, you took everything we have. And you keep us something handed. And we left it for you. We started hustling and you started killing us, destroying us, even fighting us economically. Bringing policies that will bring us down upon the 20 pounds. We bought over Lagos. You are destroying our properties in Lagos that we bought through the 20 pounds. You started killing us. You denied us voting in Lagos. When you kill us because you want us to be Nigeria, 67 to 70. But the time to vote in Nigeria, you said we will not vote in Lagos. We know why we remind them. Dreaming. Comparing now the Kanu with Abion, you must be the highest idiot. If you went to school at all, the money spent in your education is useless. If you are ever a senator, I have been a politician before, you must be mentally. In short, the politics you have been in have destroyed your brain. You no longer think well. So you think you can conclude for IPOB that have nothing to hold apart from Nnamdi. So you will now conclude for us. You will now say this is going to happen if you kill our leader. You will now think and conclude. But what you thought that will happen if you kidnap Kanu from Kenya, had it happened? So how come you are still thinking what will happen again if you kill? What you planned that will happen, even in your court, did it happen? Even when you kidnapped him, you told the world he would defend himself in court, and you deployed army in our land. What you planned, did it happen? You are still dreaming another one. When the one you planned did not come to pass. In case this is your first time, this is fearless IPOB evangelist, Mazi Maduabuchi. I am here in Biafra land, the homeland broadcaster. I'm a chairman, Gapagazi and the madam, face to face. We must arrange this very family before the right and after. Makacha Fada Pochago. You cannot join me, Nnamdi Kanu Kukweria. I will destroy you in your own court. He has fulfilled it. I can answer here now, he has fulfilled it. I will destroy Nigeria with the truth. He has fulfilled it. So after defeating you, you are not dreaming of killing him. But you were dancing all the time. He will get to jail. He will jail him. He will catch him. He will jail him. 8 years. No way. When John Songo discharged him, you refused to obey. You took him to the court of Justice Ahmed Mohammed. Ahmed Mohammed told DSS, reminded DSS, I have warned you. He just reminded them and said, I have warned you to start bringing this kind of case to this honorable court. And I am instructing you to go and obey the previous court rulings. That's the ruling of Ademola and John Soho. That's what Justice Ahmed Mohammed was telling DSS to go and obey. How many federal high courts? 3 federal high courts. They still took the case to the court of Fatima. Injustice. It is now that somehow I add justice to her, but on the issue of them, it must be injustice. The only justice that will come in now is Bintanyako's rulings on the fundamental violation of fundamental human rights of Nnamdi Kanu. But DSS have been disobeying it. And why is it that Bintanyako have not jailed a single DSS official? Let them not go to jail, but just pronounce jailing DSS Director General, jailing DSS Director on department, different department that have been disobeying court order. You give order on the violation of his fundamental human rights, Bintanyako, but you never hold on the person that disobeyed the court orders. Is that how to do something? You will be passing judgment, and they will still come back to the court and file another one. You never call DSS and say, Director General, I jail you. Let heaven, because you are in the plan. That's why I add you injustice, Bintanyako. But somehow, the little justice that can come in now is the ruling you gave on the permission for Nnamdi Kanu's personal lawyers or doctors to meet him, and also the outside hospital anyway. That's the small injustice. The small justice I can add to the name of Bintanyako. But I still go back to what makes her injustice. After 3 federal high courts, have looked into the case of Nnamdi Kanu and found him innocent, why was it that Bintanyako colluded with federal government and granted Nnamdi Kanu high conditional bail that is equivalent to jail? Equivalent to jail. Does it mean that the court of Justice Ademola, the court of Justice John Soho, and the court of Ahmed Mohammed are federal high court sitting in Togo? I ask, are they not federal high court that sits in the same Abuja? Why was it that the same federal high court sitting in Abuja presided by Injustice Binta Motalanyako, Injustice Fatima Binta Motalanyako, ended up granting bail? Even given a condition, he will not be in the midst of more than 10 people. He will not address the press. Imagine a man that has been discharged from 3 courts. Thank you. Do you understand? I think we are dealing with them. Let us see who will dream. Let us kill him, and it will just go like that. It will just go like that. Are you foolish? You must be dreaming, using Nigerian brain. Do you think we are Ipob? Are we contesting? Try and see now. The wars you are facing, are you seeing it easy? You brought army here. Why the war is in international? You are here looking for who to kill in Biafra land. Are we at war in our land? Is it Nnamdi Kanu detained in our land? Why is Nigerian army always so cowardized? The case is in court. You are here killing, instigating. certain backing up infiltrators and agent provocateurs. They are shouting, wow, 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 we declare army. We are at war with the Nigerian army. Under whose nation you declare army? Do you have Biafra? No. So you declare army in Nigeria, the same territory. They will defend their territorial integrity. But why is it that they never defended their territorial integrity in the name of fighting army? Because the name of IPOB is not attached to the army. We have cut off the hands of the infiltrators. They are just jumping. They don't have a name. An individual cannot launch an army. It must be a nation. So let us just tell them that because we cut off their hands from IPOB, they cannot use the name of IPOB to launch a very foolish criminals that call themselves army. That is why Nigeria have no reason to invade our land. The bombardment in Okigwe, in disguise, they say it's IPOB ESN camp because they cannot say they are fighting army. Because we neutralize them. What we are here doing in our land is self-defense. Because Nigerian security agencies are invaders in our land. So we are not at war with them. Rather, they brought war in our land. And we apply self-defense. But the idiot will say, we are at war with the Nigerian army. This army I'm leading is at war. Because you want to validate the killings of our people by the Nigerian army before the war. You want to prove to the world that there is army here. And that is why they are killing civilians. But to IPOB, there is no army here, and that is why Nigerian army is killing civilians. And you want a superior argument. Which again, there, here let us say to guide this very place. Somebody in Nnamdi all launch the army. Have you not declared war on our people? Army does not go to the north, does not go to Yoruba land. It's only in Biafra land. Doing what? When there are barracks in everywhere, there are police barracks. You never remove, don't you know that if you attack a very one healers, that a four will come from the barrack. But if you destroy the barracks, the healers that are patrolling on the road will have no home to return. They will have no home to return. But the idiots are clapping when two people come and shoot in a junction and run away. And they may come to the community and kill them and burn down houses. They say, hey, we are Biafra. You must be a fool. You are an instigator. You are doing the agenda of the enemy to look as if there are people confronting Nigerian army. ESN does not confront them. ESN are in the bushes confronting Fulani herdsmen. And that is why Nigeria have never presented ESN activities in the bushes to the world. Because they knew that Fulani herdsmen terrorists are fourth deadliest terrorist organization in the world. So you cannot, even a civilian can kill Fulani herdsmen in the bush. But ESN are professional. They are always going after their cows. And why the Fulani herdsmen run away? Do you understand? I bet I know a job here. Me give brain maybe a high right? I bet I know that I know guide the name of it a child guide there. Nigeria when come with the hammer. I just say we are bombing EPOB ESN. You had a guy EPOB and we camp. No London mad. Not all here. Who did it? Those people that said, oh, we are army. We are Ishiweke. We are Tokibe. That's why army come and bombard Tokibe. What do they say? Do they say they are looking for army? No, they said they are bombarding IPOB ESN camp because these people have no name. Nigerian government cannot say they attack Biafra army. They have no name. They have no grant. It is unpresentable to the world. So whatever you do in the name of Biafra army, if they kill our people, they say they are looking for IPOB ESN. They cannot say army. There is no army. Ndị wicked, ndị ọjọọ, you na rise kumo. Ana m agwa ana na-eme ara. If you want to heal your madness, you think positively. If you think positively, aragala, you believe in truth, your madness will go. But if you are here to argue truth, you become a madman immediately. And I argue truth, you will end up disgracing yourself to argue truth. Thank you. So, after Binta granted bail, because they kept him there on the bail, because with the discharge he would travel outside. But with the bail, Binta granted him. was for him to be as if he's in the custody of Nigeria, so they can come and kill him anytime. But they tried to kill him, it failed because he refused to take bribe, he refused to be afraid, and he refused to lie. These are the things guiding him. That's why they was not able to kill him. Now they kidnapped him from Kenya. That's why they was not able to kill him. So if you are thinking about, let us excuse me. Let us kill Nnamdi Kanu and nothing will happen. You are dreaming. Have you killed all the criminals in Nigeria? T.Y. Danjuma is still not living. Have you killed Absalami Abubakar? Have you killed Babangida the criminal? Absalami Abubakar that handed over this very constitution that Fulani is using to deal with you. Have they been killed? The Tinubu that was raked in, have you killed him? The criminal Tinubu that is now your president. And they want to kill an innocent man. Tinubu that have more than 15 bank accounts. Is it Nnamdi Kanu that tell you the truth? Okay, why is it that the Tinubu government does not mention the name of Buhari? Because he's not alive. Tell me a government that handed over, that his name is silent in Nigeria, only the name of Buhari. After handing over, his name becomes silent. Because Tinubu have nobody to blame. Will you be blaming that Buhari? So, have you killed those that have facilitated about 4 impostors to claim to be Buhari? Have you ever killed them? You didn't kill them. So, Buhari that molested Aisha at the age of 9 and raped Aisha at the age of 13, you didn't go after him. You want to kill Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari that overthrew Shagari, you voted in. You didn't kill him. You didn't kill Babangida that killed Abiola, that truncated your election, 1993 for Abiola. You didn't kill him. And you want to kill somebody that defied for referendum. You must be an idiot. How many people are your followers? How many people that go message for you as a politician are the people that think that will get something from them, and they will get something from you, or people that are getting something from you? Do you understand? But Nnamdi Kanu, not people that are getting something from him. Not people that are getting something from him, that are following him. So how do you defeat such man? All these politicians, how many people can die for them? Do you know how many people that died for Kanu and still do you know how many millions that are ready to die for him? These are reasons you think. You don't just think like somebody British created. If you want to think, you think like a human being. Stop thinking like a British creator. And when we tell you were created by the British, you say no. How can you say I was created by the British? But when Nnamdi Kanu was brought back from Kenya to Nigeria, you saw the charges Nigeria prepared against him. We ask you, you that is a Nigerian or Nigerian youth, you believe in Nigeria, why is it that the allegation Nnamdi Kanu gave that Buhari is dead and that he's found that Buhari is alive, he will surrender Biafra and submit himself for life jail? So why is it that immediately you did not see that Buhari is dead allegation or charges related to it in the charges against Nnamdi Kanu, the first 5 amended can charges, and you did not see that Buhari molested Aisha at the age of 9. You did not see in the charges that Buhari raped Aisha at the age of 13. You did not see in the charges that Buhari committed treason in 1983. You did not see in the charges that Buhari is a terrorist. You did not see in the charges that Buhari also, that whenever Muslims gather in Nigeria, that a Fulani man will lead in prayer. You did not see it in the charges. And you didn't go to Ministry of Justice and ask them. You didn't protest. No, they presented PVC to you. Get your PVC. Was it not the time that Nigerians should go to Ministry of Justice and protest and tell them, save the image of Nigeria? This man said that president died. And he found that he's alive, that he will surrender Biafra. So add it in the charges. Nobody did it. But when Nnamdi Kanu was after, they said, if they catch him, why is he saying Buhari died? But when he was brought back here, Nigeria was happy. when they were charging him for NSAS, that they themselves carried on from Uweli, and it ended up in Lagos. They were happy that Nnamdi Kanu, that they themselves voiced out through Radio Biafra. That was their savior. Where they voiced out when Lekki, they were attacking Lekki. That's the only channel Nigerians, the remaining youth that was alive in Lekki was alive. Because immediately they called Radio Biafra, the world had their voice. The army now left. Is that not on Radio Biafra that you complained that the CCTV camera had been offed? But you were there when Nnamdi Kanu was brought back. They charged him for NSAS. They told you that he was incited members of the public to destroy government property in Lagos, to destroy transport company in Lagos. You had it. You were happy. But you did not see in the charges that Buhari is dead. You were clapping. They charged Nnamdi Kanu for your activities. You carried on NSAS. You are Nigerian youth. You were there. They charged Nnamdi Kanu for your charges. You did not protest the Minister of Justice and said, no, this man did not carry, he did not lead NSAS. Are you not Nigerians? So you are afraid to go and confront your Minister of Justice and say, remove this charge. Remove this charge. That is when you will convince somebody and say, hey, I want them to be Nigerians. I want them to at least let them have sense of belonging. Did you confront your Nigerian? But you were there. You were expecting Nnamdi Kanu to be jailed with your NSAS. You were expecting Nnamdi Kanu to be jailed with unknown government. You were expecting Nnamdi Kanu to be jailed. When he defeated all of you, you are now silent. You are looking for Vanguard where they will post. IPOB DSN camp was attacked. Sarah reporter. IPOB DSN. That's what Nigerian youths are waiting. A very foolish set of people. They ended up going to court. Now, obedient judiciary, all eyes on judiciary. But injustice of Nnamdi Kanu, it is now all ears on judiciary. Injustice against Nnamdi Kanu, Nigerian youth, is it all head on judiciary now, or all nose on judiciary? But during your election, all eyes on judiciary, all eyes on judiciary. So you think that a Yoruba man, Abiola, will win a president? They truncated it 1993. And in 30 years' time, 2023, a Yoruba man will win a president. You remove him again. That is why they remove history from your curriculum. You must be a fool. In short, every Nigerian is a fool for believing that a Yoruba man will be removed. Not even ordinary Yoruba man, a Muslim president. The same thing Boko Haram have been fighting for. They have achieved it. Not only achieved it, though, that you want to remove another Yoruba man again. After Yoruba, the presidency was truncated, 1993, 30 years time, you will now remove Yoruba. You see such people. Such people should, they will flog them. Every morning they will flog you because you have such thought. Thank you. And he is no longer going to trial. Thank you, Akachukwu. That time of jailing have gone. The appeal court ruled, and on the extraordinary rendition, the appeal court ruled that Nnamdi Kanu, the way they brought him back to Nigeria is illegal. That is extraordinary rendition. That one over. Then the charges, the remaining 8 count charges, because 7 was trashed out of 15 in Federal High Court. Now, the remaining 8 was also trashed, second ruling. The third was Nnamdi Kanu discharged and acquitted. The fourth was that they prohibited Nnamdi Kanu from standing any trial in any Nigerian court. So, the time of trial is gone. That's why Nigeria is running. And this is why Nnamdi Kanu said we need to be patient. And this is the weapon IPOB is using in international. And all the killings of IPOB family members in Biafra land, and all the protests by IPOB family members in Biafra land, we are no longer, there is no war in our land. Just that they use Simon to be bringing war in our land. No, IPOB systematically move war away from our land, but they use this infiltrator to bring war in our land. Where we are now is in international, and we have a weapon. A weapon is obey court order. Before we were empty-handed. We were only complaining. So he can never stand trial again. Thank you. Talk more of jailing him. So we only go to Supreme to challenge his illegal detention. And they have heard our case, and we are going for ruling, a judgment. We move. In case you don't know. Our people should know that armed robbers, team of armed robbers, just when they are going to robbery, they don't start at home shooting. If you shoot at home, you have casted the movement. And mind you that somebody that is winning in a football match should not start to fight in the field. Because if the match is cancelled, your 3 goals will be cancelled. You can you remember the goals I'm counting from 2015? Ademola, we score goal in the court of Ademola. We score in the court of John Sogo. We score in the court of Ahmed Mohamed. Right? We now came up again. This current one, we score in Omaya verdict. We score in UN. We score, and a kidnapping of Nnamdi from Kenya immediately was an own goal. Nigeria scored own goal immediately for kidnapping him in Kenya. It was an own goal. Continue counting the goals. Appeal court October 13, 2022. Decided and acquitted. Goals. We score. So how will you score these goals and you start fighting the field? No, now. It's even better you go on defense. If you cannot strike, you go on defense. To defend your already scored goals. In a front of a goal. You have scored about 5 goals. Then why do you want to fight? Ipob na akpụkwa job brain. Onye na-emeri na bọọlụ a na-aga the midfield. Akagbuo bọọlụ unu na-agba. Akagbuo goal inyere. Izuzuru lawa. The person that is at the game, the person that conceived the goals, the team, that is the team that will be at the game. You uselessly go home and blame your idiocy. And IPOB will never be blamed. And we can never go back and blame ourselves. We will be careful. That's why we are completely careful. Diligence. We don't want to do, hey, abatramono na nanku catapult. No. You get it on the feathers or of a bed. You use catapult. We don't do that rubbish. Yes, now about 7 goals and somebody want to fight in the field. Fight and do what? We are now taking these goals to UN, EU, Germany, UK, AU, all these goals. Look at our goals. So the match have ended and Nigeria refuse. They don't agree. It is presentable. I know our job. IPOB. Do you understand? I mentioned there and here they will know. Thank you. Thank you. We move. And that is how we move. You that is moving is watching somebody's back. Some people are watching your back. That's how we move. And people are guiding the sideways. Do not force yourself out. Those people guiding them, Nnamdi Kanu set them up. They will keep guiding you. And there are people leading us from the front. Your duty is to move. Just move. There are crowds of coming from your back. Just keep marching. And you see victory. And that's why we are here. That's how we have been marching until we get to this place. After Supremo, next one is the heaven. No other court. Patiently we are there. And they knew we have defeated them. They are now saying, hey, if we kill Nnamdi, nothing will happen. Let us kill him. So you want to sing a new song? We'll help you and bring instruments for you. So you are composing song now in the north. Hey, let us kill him. If you kill him now, after all, Abiola died. So you compare Kanu with Abiola. That's why you are a fool. You compare Kanu with a thief. A thief that contested for president of a corrupt country. His fellow thief. He said, no, you will not rule me. Thief said thief will not rule me. And after the other thief, Abacha killed, and their Mustafa, they killed Abiola. Thief versus thief. British-sponsored thieves, killing thieves, disagreeing with fellow thieves. And you now compare it with innocent Nnamdi Kanu. Are you foolish? Thank you. Thank you. But that's why they fell, no evidence. That's why they are jumping up. Tinubu's government inherited empty case file because there is no more charges for Nnamdi Kanu. No more charges. No charges. No date of court for trial. No chance for trial. So they are just jumping up. And the court order must be obeyed. The very government that fought Nnamdi Kanu, he defeated them for complete 8 years. Even in the absence of Buhari as he died. Those that took over, they went to kill Nnamdi Kanu, they failed. They also kidnapped him from Kenya. He was discharged during their government. Under their government. God did not even extend it to the government of Tinubu. No. God settled all the matter under the government of Buhari. Even in his absence, as he died 2017, Nnamdi Kanu kept winning. So there is no gap for any negative thought on Nnamdi Kanu. Let us kill him. Let us do this. All their traps have been neutralized by IPOB. There are no election trap to use in the as amendment grant of appeal in Supreme. It was destroyed by our people. As IPOB asked those that believe in Nigeria to go and vote. But as IPOB, we don't believe in election. When they voted, Nigeria was, INEC was in the open rigging election. Because their only plan to rig election was that there would be no vote in the East. Do you understand? There would be no vote in the East. So that's why when there was voting, they started, they refused to give Beaver's code to PU officers because should have knocked. And they were in the presence of the voters rigging their election in their presence because IPOB neutralized them. Their only plan was, hey, IPOB have 99% to become president too. But there was no vote in the East. So if P2B gets 250,000 votes in the whole of Anambra State as the few people that will vote because there will be no election, and he now gets 80,000 votes in Enugu, and P2B now gets 50,000 votes in Ebonyi. So do you think he will go to court? When you know that in his, he have no, even if he win Abuja, he have no grant in his place. That is to say, he cannot be going to court. But when IPOB neutralized this, a day before the election, that's when Nigeria ended. We neutralized that trap. They now told the criminals to be using the name of IPOB to enforce it at home. After they submitted it 29 pages to IEP, and they now based on it and gave us as number 10 in the Global Terrorism Index report, which IPOB did not commit. And we fought, and our name was removed. Since then, Nigeria government have been empty-handed. They have nothing to present to the world and say, this is our reason of holding Nnamdi Kanu. That's why we have been patiently following them in their Supreme as they kept filing counter-suit. Dying minute, they will come on counter-suit. They refused to hear our case from November 2022 till now, until the other day they had it. And as they have had it, the case has been originally and authentically registered in Supreme. Before, they might throw it away, but now it cannot be thrown away. You must give the judgment. And you cannot give the judgment against appeal court ruling. Discharged and acquitted. So that is why they are confused that Nnamdi Kanu have defeated them. They are now planning to kill him. It is impossible. Thank you. That's why I put ESM picture for them. They are not Biafran, but look at their numbers. And with this ESN, 10 minutes is okay to form an army. They should know it. To form an army, 10 minutes is okay. We already have disciplined men and women. We are not 11 people who Biafra army. Or 8 people. Just count the number. One state is this. One state is this. One state. How many are there? Nobody should take us for granted. Do you understand? Free Nnamdi Kanu based on court order is the ultimate. If you are thinking that there is something else, IPOB will be holding on. Apart from Nnamdi Kanu, you are dreaming. The only thing we have is in Nnamdi Kanu. That is the only thing left. British and Nigeria have stolen everything that God gave to us. So, this very dying minute, he gave us Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody should come and play or joke with Nnamdi Kanu. If you think there is something you do to Nnamdi Kanu and there is something you do, you defeat IPOB and discourage IPOB, you must be dreaming. How many people can determine to die for Nigeria? But do you know that all of us are ready to die for what we believe? So, if we cannot see Nigerian youth on media here defending Nigeria and be proud of Nigeria, what is your confidence of fighting Biafrans? What is your confidence of confronting IPOB? That you see us, how we cherish what we want, what we are asking for. Did you not see us? We overrun the media. How many person can come up and use Nigerian flag and do their profile picture? These are things you look on. You say, okay, I still have people that will fight these people with us. Who do you have? All these cowards. Who do you have? All of us are determined to die. How many people can defend Nigeria? How many? Let them come and defend Nigeria media. I want to see them to come and praise Nigeria. Then we will know you have people you are ruling. Who are you ruling? Who are you trying to convince? That's why when some people come up from our land, they say they are elders. They are calling for freedom and they are meeting Tinubu to freedom and they can begin to ask them. So, this is how cowardice all of you are. You cannot convince me that do not believe in your Nigeria as an elder's father. So you cannot convince me to belong to your Nigeria by saying the truth, by defending your Nigeria. How do I expect them to defend their Nigeria? I want them to demand from their Nigeria and their government to obey court order. That is when I'll begin to look at my fathers. I will say, okay, maybe they are about to correct their Nigeria. But how come my father cannot demand from federal government to obey court order? They are not telling you, we will meet with Tinubu and see how we can free Nnamdi. That is to say, they are still begging in their Nigeria. And this is how they want us to continue with them, continue begging. Order of the court is court elder is begging. They say they are amazing. We are begging. So you are even a slave in the country that you want us to belong to. So, Ohanese, you are even slaves. If you are not slaves, then tell your government to obey court order. Be strong and say it. So if you cannot say it, you are begging. Do not ever tell us that you want us to be Nigerians. Don't ever. What kind of useless Nigeria is that? That even my fathers are panicking to demand for their own constitution to be implemented. My father is panicking. Hey, we are the elders, so what we are seeing, they are not seeing it. So you are seeing something and you cannot confront your government to obey court order. And you become elder. Is that not also the Magai and Ghana? The Nigerian you are afraid to confront your government is what you want your children to belong to. Fathers, we don't belong to them. We cannot. There's nothing giving us strong mind. When you go to Abuja to beg, when you panic, when you launch a Bubagu without recruiting people from the east, you told DSS and to recruit people from north and Yoruba land. What kind of elders is that? Elder. Do you know children, small children, whether their mother or their father is dwarf, they believe that their father can kill you. Anything you do to them, they will tell you, I will tell my mommy, I will tell my daddy. Even if you are giant, they don't care. They believe in their father. They believe in their mommy. Even if you can kill their mommy or their father, they don't believe anybody can kill their mother. Small children. That is how we took. That is how the elders want us to take them. But these are cowards. Cowards. You know, small children, you cannot beat their father. Ha! You tell you my dad is strong. Because of the parents flog them, beat them. So if you do her or he something or she, I'll tell my daddy, I'll tell my mom you. Not that I should Nnamdi Kanu. Ndị anụ mpa ma chọkwa ka anyị were ha otu ahụ. Ị hụrụ otu ụmụaka si were mpa na mma. Ị nweghị ike ịkwụgbu mpa ya. Even if you are dictator, no child will agree you will kill those small children. How are you strong than the father that used to flog him? That's how we took Nnamdi Kanu. That's how we take ESN. That's how we took IPOB leadership. So the elders that are cowards, they want us to take them like that. Confront your government. Let us know you are elder to convince us to belong to Nigeria. You never fight a checking point. You go to Abuja to free Nnamdi Kanu. But IPOB family members are in detentions in your states. So you cannot confront governors in the East to say, free IPOB family members in your detention. We are on Hanese. Free them so that we can use it to go to Abuja and say, free Nnamdi Kanu. No, they are busy looking for IPOB to kidnap and keep in detention. They now try to tell us, we are fighting for free Nnamdi Kanu. It is foolish. Are you mad? And it's no longer. And it's rule of Mapwama. How can you go to Abuja and demand for free Nnamdi Kanu when the followers of Nnamdi Kanu are in your detentions? Even those that have been discharged, DSS refused to allow them to go. And you go to Abuja to free their leader. Oga, free IPOB members in Imo, free them in Abia, free them in Ebonyi, free them in Enugu, free them in Delta, free them in, what is it called? Anambra. Stop deceiving yourself. We don't believe in all of you. How can a governor like LSOD come into power? You say IPOB in detention. You cannot tell IPOB to bring IPOB legal team to give you a list of IPOB members in their detention. Peter Mpa, you did not do so. What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? The other one in Ebonyi. You did not do so. Soludo, you did not do so. And at the same time, you tell me, you got to discuss free Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not going to no carpenter Kurishanya. Or carpenter, it's not the carpenter Kurishi IPOB. It's not carpenter there now, Oche size 2. Or Oche kitchen. Oche Mwanja, a cash in a kitchen. Okay, you don't have a Kurishi IPOB. So even when you came put a code there, so we are in your detention. In a Chopando Zeka. It doesn't, we are going for free Nnamdi Kanu. What we want to be hearing is massive release of IPOB family members. This state in Borona, after releasing them, you can now use it to confront Governor of River State, confront to Bayelsa, confront Akwa Ibom, confront to Cross River, confront Delta. Use it as an example. When you confront them, they free their own. You now go to Abuja for free Nnamdi Kanu, don't you know the likes of 500 of Nwa were incarnated? The likes of 112, 500 of him reincarnated. 500 of Maduabuchi reincarnated. 500 of Achuse reincarnated. 500 of Nwobosi reincarnated. 800 of FM reincarnated. 1,000 of Ojukwu reincarnated. They are living in us. Look at the man they shape Nzogu, 500 of Nzogu reincarnated. All of them are in IPOB. We are gathering in Owerri. We gather in a summit, peace summit and security summit. Permanent security summit. Did you not pass checking point before going to security summit? Did you not see the checking point? If referendum, security summit, economic summit, do you know that delay na checking point? Oto se hit our economy. Onye bia o hapucho ebe yashino no ebe no sheri ihe o ga na afọ azụ ya. Ga na azụ no na acho onu ya. Akochi madu nti. Economic summit, because Nnamdi Kanu said, I changed Monday sit at home to economic empowerment. And they saw it as disgrace. They now call it for economic summit because they are ashamed of themselves that somebody is in detention giving economic empowerment. Chineke mere mere. Akwa iji ndị a n'ala ka anyị laa ha n'iyi once. Thank you. Thank you. Abịa na-aghọ mmadụ aghụghọ. Nna wee iwe anyanwụ, I am iwe anyanwụ, ndị ọha na-eze President General. I am going to meet Tinubu for Nnamdi Kanu. Soludo said, we are ndị Igbo love Nigeria. We don't want to leave Nigeria. We belong to Nigeria. Ijona mu am belong. Ogwa na ekwuchite ọnụ. You are a singular just to phone. Na akọ ibe. Obi are not the IPOB na detention. Soludo abata. Jidewekwe ndị ọzọkwa. I'm calling for this of Nnamdi Kanu. Give him to me. Onye ki na-achọ igwu wayo. Onye ki na-egwu wayo. Free IPOB in your detention first. Ozugbo Walinda, immediately Nnamdi Kanu was discharged in Apiko. All IPOB members was discharged. We expected the governors to stand on that and start freeing us then. They should stop looking at disobedient to order by federal government. At the same time, immediately IPOB leader was discharged. Automatically, we are discharged. It happened. A person they can have a meeting. We are meeting. A friend of the can check a Kokwago. Paul Gilles, I'm working around. It's your maybe. Thank you. Free IPOB members, our people not at detention. Or are not having. Or have not having. If you have to get the order, system no meeting for free Nnamdi Kanu, you will now sit on us, no illegally detained. Monday they try DSS fine. But then they try 50 million fine to free them. They are still in detention. You know a meeting free Nnamdi Kanu. This is politician. Una this like asumadi iwe. Una this like asumadi iwe. Map people. Every time I try to get a as if na ish no la biggie. Or I don't know how many years. Giga no kata shebish. Later somebody called to discharge. Emana, onwe also IPOB members CGG there now for Nnamdi Kanu call for referendum. We support him. Then you kidnap us. We are in your detention. Then our leader was kidnapped. Immediately our leader was discharged. You that is think that we are from your side. Whether federal government is disobeying their own, immediately that federal government appeal court order supersedes every cases of IPOB in your states. Appeal court order 13th of October 2022 that discharged Nnamdi Kanu prohibited him from standing any trial. Supersedes any case, any charge you can charge any IPOB family member in any detention. No, governor, you think we don't know? You think we don't know? You think we are foolish? I ain't gonna make mad in here. I ain't gonna make mad in here. Thank God, I don't know by. A guy said I'm not now. And I don't know what to more butcher. Then no catch hammer no more. Hammer no more with the trouble and hammer. Do they know? Come here. Why you put your phone? Why you do? Why you don't know a military checking point? Drop that earphone here. A man or more. Oh, yeah, somebody chill with you. Hey, what time is it? Can you do it? Why must I do it? Am I a criminal? In a criminal. You cannot refer me to Ndina Meziboy. If you talk of should be a comment section, even if I didn't bring Biafra, he will accept it. I say you're a fool. That to say you believe lies because you're a liar. So you want anyhow Biafra. The same thing Zeke got independence. Hey, sign here. And Zeke signed. They said, hey, we are now independent. Independent, you are borrowing money from Shell. But you have the oil. If you have problem, you will get palliative from the people that are taking your oil. Hey, we get independence. So you want to get Biafra that all the school in your country will be built by Chinese. Your children will now be paying high school fees. You will not have plantain. India, before they will give you ammunition, they will sign off your plantain. Before Portugal or any country, before they will give you ammunition, they will say all your red mud, they own it. That's how when you restore Biafra, you become a very useless Biafra. That is the anyhow Biafra. Mad people. If Nigeria, after dealing with them in this manner, we are dealing with them, which they cannot say no, because we will bring the word to them. After dealing with them in this manner, if they say that it is war, then we will not confront them. Because we are making big friends now. You will no longer lie against us. Nobody can, how can you lie against us? Again, and succeed. It will not happen. Let me see some water. Excuse me. Thank you. So we are warning those that are having negative thoughts on Nnamdi Kanu. Begin to think positive, because there is no excuse you will give to us. We are not even talking of the world. We are talking about us. We will destroy every indestructible. We will destroy it. And we will also destroy an outside world. All UN embassy, all UK embassy, we will destroy it. They will not say that our complaints are not there. UN will not say that they have not given them the kind of judgment. So if there is trouble now, if they come up to say, actually, why now? We'll ask them, why is it that you have not sanctioned Nigeria for disobeying your order? Are they not member of UN? So you ask them to free Nnamdi Kanu immediately. They haven't freed him. And if Ipob start trouble, you come and blame us because you are UN. You are dreaming. This is why we are patient. There's no way we didn't put war in budget in our freedom. But we cannot start it earlier. Had we started fighting violence, immediately Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya and brought back to Nigeria. All the supporters of P2B would have collected guns from Nigerian government and start shooting you. Then, had you started war, violence then, will you know that P2B have millions of people that believes in Nigeria? So, through P2B, have you not seen that the patience of IPOB have year fruits? Had we not been patient and we start violence, did you not see the number of people that supported P2B from our land? Do you think they will fight with you? So if you go into war, do you think those people will fight with you? No. They will collect guns from government and start shooting you. You will lose the battle. If you hide, they will come and call government and tell them where you are hiding. Because they still love Nigeria. But when we allow them to vote, they now use their hand and voted and confirmed that Nigeria did not need them. By themselves. That is why we are under control and the command. Do you understand? Thank you. We are
are rounding the program up from here. We are rounding it up from here. I think we have hit them. I think we have touched the very topic. And we believe they have gotten the message. We will continue to be fighting for Biafra with our self-determination approach. And we have the right for self-defense. And we will not take excuse from anybody when we are defending ourselves against military invasion into our land. Though we are civilians, we have no army. And that is why they are invaders. If somebody tells you we are at war with Nigerian army in our land, you know that the person is working with Nigerian government. Because if that narrative goes, it means that Nigerian army is right for invading our land because there is army. So what IPOB have been doing for long is telling our people to defend themselves. And that is to say, Nigerian army are illegally invading our land. They are illegally occupying our land because they have no reason to say that this is the reason why they are here. There is no army confronting them. Fulani herdsmen are in the bush. Those that are in bushes, ESN are with them in the bushes. They never come inside the town. ESN never come inside the town. So they have no reason to say that this is why they invade communities, they invade market, this is why they burn down communities. No. Than when somebody come up like Simon Eba and say, we declare Biafra army. Our army is fighting with Nigerian army. And they are not publishing it. Why are they not announcing it? Why are they not publishing it? They need to publish it. Are they not seeing it? Imagine how we conspiracy. Imagine no book conspiracy. So you want to buy the idea that there is army fighting with the Nigerian army. So do you think if IPOB have army that the UN will call for, that IPOB will be meeting international community? What are we meeting them for? If you call them, they will tell you to use your army and free Nnamdi. You know, people don't even know what we are fighting. Thank you. Do you understand? So, there is nothing like army in the Biafra army in the territory of Nigeria without declaring Biafra. Here, something I imagine. So, if you see Simon playing Nigerian politics, facilitating and what is it called? Trying to make the presence of Nigerian army here and the killings of our people legit. He wants to tell the world that they are rightfully here because there is Biafra army. But it will not happen because Simon does not lead a group and he is an individual. And again, the only freedom fighting group or movement the world knew now is IPOB. Anything you do that is not attached to IPOB, Nigeria will not complain it. Rather, they will take that your complaint as what IPOB did. So, they will never say that you did because you are unpresentable to the world. You don't lead a group. You don't have a name. Wazirike leads Masob and he formed BIM. Ben Omuka leads BZDM. Innocent Dodge leads BNG. Is it Godswill or the other one? Leads BNL. Then Nnamdi Kanu leads IPOB. What does Simon lead? I lead Biafran people. You must be a fool. You don't lead Biafran people. If you are leading Biafran people, you are leading Dave Umar. You are leading also them. Hey, Biafran people, who did to you? You cannot lead Biafran. Don't use that psyche. We are very, very wise. Bringing everybody together in agitation, it doesn't happen. People must buy your idea, and these are your followers. They are your people you are leading. They are the people that will attract your people to love what you are doing. You can't carry everybody along at the same time. No. There are people you will convince to be in your group you lead, and they must have a name. You can't say,
I command the Biafran people demand for more referendum, more sit at home. As Biafran people, if you refuse to free Nnamdi Kanu, what Biafran people will do to you? Okay, it is a lie. You can't lead Biafra. Do you think we are fools? What is the name of your group? That is why Nigeria can never present any of your activity. And that's what they told you. They told you to say you are in charge of IPOB. You are in charge of ESN. I take over. I sack IPOB. So that by now you use the name of IPOB to declare army. Fake army. So that it will be presented before international community that Nnamdi Kanu have launched army. But today they cannot present it because it have no name. You don't lead any name. Even on a budget brain, Simon, in a hegel, he got more brain, and got a cross. You know, I'm here. It's not the put I was. Upon the push in the name. He get China king. When I get more, so I just say illiterate. But I'm a bio again. A man, I'm a man. Okay, my man, and I'm the Kanu man, I'm not. I don't know what. I'm away, Hannah. That is why I know. Jordan didn't know the nation began bread. Okay, who know Femame can get to Bugari. Oh, we move. Oh, he gave him new. Bialy Humania. Bring Gagana Baggy. No way he can have convince Aaron Baggy. Omoana Gana Unity, range IPUB, Omoana Gana soon, range IPUB, Omoana, what a bending coordinator soon. May Agbayotation, major question. You cannot convince me. Omua will only create the highest number of IPOB family units, highest number of IPOB family zones. Omua, now one local government, the largest, the local government, the largest IPOB family members in Biafra land, all local government coordinated. I've been a deputy senatorial coordinator. I was a zonal coordinator. I've been a financial secretary. I've been a state tweet head. I've been Biafra land tweet head. I resigned offices. Not the man resign lawyer, but also. You don't convince us. Anyone again marriage. In the lady stop working argument. Nane one more can send the day. Ekucho kunde mana na joge. Oge meka kuono kun. Oge fine. Awo kuonya ala uba again the stop one kuo. Inoga mugu. Ne lezinanya pu. Because we don't cross you. Is it on Bible? I will touch them when they lag in. It's all nature. We nature nagging. It's a kind of spiritual teaching. My way lag in. I will don't cross you. Met and walk on IPOB and Biafra. They confused. It's our history. Lag in. So go to say beat that. Keeping up Papanaka. Or take shape into. Call nature. Oh, you can just treat matter. He can very more course go to school. And my big challenge again at course. Name a medicine as an hour doctor. Benga wagon they will doctor you will fake and beg one nanny she went and hose. My wagon hours. My cage and hose. So name a doctor. You can't convince me some nanty man. I'm going to keep your hose. It doesn't happen. Thank you. Do you understand? 20,000 people, 25,000 people. When I got that, they will not bury a there with a microphone. When you are in Egypt, camera phone. But when we pass on the major gilly matter. And when man in a camera phone. Immediately I drag the microphone. And what boy man I'm gonna do? Well, I want to pilot. Kebia confused on them gather. I don't know what. Do you know how many thousand people gather an IPOB? Call million. Are you mad? A big as a hish. No, now I start to work again. Me want arrange high road. I call Ryan road. Only when he contribute through na the house, you will not allow somebody to demolish it. Handle microphone in the public, handle microphone in the market. Can you not easy? God preach Biafra. Nobody sent you. You decided to go. You go to roundabout. You go to check junctions. You go to you go to field. I go to I go to where microphone. lụcha ya ga-abịa nchili ụkwụ elu na Finland. What is it? Can you do it? M na-eme awụmonyoshi nnọkọta m eme ihe onye oshi na-eme ara na agbaki am I a terrorist? Did you not see me ebe ndị mmadụ m na-ezi oziọma yesterday? Did you not see a small child? Anyị na-eme terrorism, nwatakịrị nta ọ ga-anọdị? Our elders dị 80 years ọ ga-anọdị ebe anyị na-eme terrorism? Thank you. Thank you. Okwu anyị ọnụ. So that is it. Don't be deceived. Enweghị dị ka army without a name. What does you lead? Ka onye na-edu, onye ka ị na-adị confused. Ọ ndị ka na-eme cruise. Onye ka ndị nọ na mba anọ, nọ na Ishinweke n'Obo nke anụmanụ agbụrụ Idato South local government or Idato North. I will bring out that video. I will attach it with the voice of this guy. Na somewhere N1gerian. You will see that all voice ya wonya Nilu down Idato South or Idato North local government. In ye short, Ebu Ibrala, na Obo the Moya and Ebu there. All this guy, Ebu that guy is that local government. Nge with the video there, car on a claims in the hour Biafra upon non-government. The other just now how on non-government. Onya again no address village vigilante. That idiot. He cannot address village vigilante. Oga you chairman. Ya ka someone engineer eme Biafra caricature. No ya wa ami general. Ndị a na-ekwu okwu ota ka parrot. If it a man abịa ekwu okwu ga na lonely road. Did you understand? Na-ekwu okwu ha Biafra army. Oh ya nwa gburu local government chairman na. Ya na gang ya. After he defeated her, they didn't claim Ipob as they not Biafra. They didn't claim it ESN. What their plan was that at this point in time, had Simon succeeded that he is in charge of Ipob, by now he will say, all ESN command is ordered this night, from this night, all ESN command is ordered to join Biafra army. That's what you will hear. Then, somebody may tell whether IPOB in a issue memo. Why you know you are not IPOB. Which before that was deputy director. He refused to claim to be IPOB. He know IPOB is an organization. George Onyibe refused. They now answer Biafra customary government. But you came, they told you everybody born in the East is the IPOB. 1998 was there IPOB in your community. Can you mention the name IPOB? Did you remember it? 1998, have you ever heard about sit at home? Is sit at home Igbo property? Is it Biafra property? Is it Nigerian property? Is IPOB property? We knows how to use it. Not Igbo property that any Igbo man can. Hey, wake up for sit at home. Is it your property? Your maternal home, onwe sit at home. Thank you. And now, that road, now, they stop people from coming in there and in. And I said, Nnamdi no take video tell me tata. Video tell me tata. Parrot. I'm saying no. Now they go valid. I'm struggle and a man on social media. And a man struggle on social media. Everyone here, we are the people that should be on social media. We are into self-determination. We are into self-determination. Not somebody is in the IJ every time. I got a hey video post to never they push him. Oh, you're threatening. Are you threatening Nigeria? Oh, she showed you with the lie. No go 109 years. Kine threatening that I have friends Haji or in make here. In a trade today, Haji with this idiot. As they are gentle. Or are you using gentle to threaten share? Ko Ajib, ko Wizon, ko Chevron, ko Tezaku, ko AP, ko F. Why are you threatening? These are people Nnamdi Kanu they defeat in a court. ebe na-agba egochi vidio ọ bụsịkwa igbe mgbe ọzọ igochizi vidio every time I art a vidio o mechaa ya pụọ ndị amị bịa bọmbụ ọka igwe gwa gị na ha na-acha Ipob ESN camp ha nọtụkwa ha bịa mee vidio ọzọ. Thank you. Thank you. The idiot to put on Nigerian army uniform, carry Nigerian police gun, then wear Biafra cap. Serious instigation and setting confusion. No, pipeline attack is not even freedom fighting. It is uprooting the pipeline. And it will not just come suddenly. It will come when you launch, you declare Biafra, declare your army, then protect your boundaries. So you cannot allow those things moving because you have protected your boundary. But in Nigeria territory, you can't launch army. Do you understand? So that is why Nnamdi Kanu knew that no ye. So if he defeat Nigeria in their court, then these countries that have these oil companies, they will now look for him when he's out. Obidosawa call president. Obidosawa call on Barrow because he have defeated Nigeria. And again, his name should be protected so that his name will not be polluted. So that he will not be a leader that will now be communicating with terrorist leaders. Rather, he will now have a good name, as he is always good, so that he will be communicating with people like Netanyahu, Putin, honorable men. But there is something you use the name of Nnamdi Kanu to commit. These people cannot communicate him. These are things we are fighting because he will join them to rule at least to handle some things in the world. So if you defeat Nigeria in their court, automatically those that are in charge of oil companies, they are not living there. That is a policy that made them to be there. They helped Nigeria to defeat Biafra, to fight Biafra, right? So they gave them oil. You can't go there and sack them. Rather, if you win Nigeria, you will now go into another agreement with them. You give them condition. And they will like it. So this is not something you come and shoot to us and you say you are fighting. Are you fighting Aaron Abak? When they are pushing oil. That's why we are destroying them in court. After destroying them, if they say no, anything they want, we'll give them. Thank you. Thank you. So, attacking pipeline is rubbish. When you declare Biafra, the land belongs to you. You declare your army. You now have defense. Then you protect your boundaries. So that pipe that connected to your place, it has crossed boundary, isn't it? Then that is when the people that owns it will be meeting you. That's when they will come to you. So what shall we do? So you will not cut our pipe. What shall we do? You will not cut our pipe. Not under Nigerian territory, then my pipe attack, because you need settlement. Thank you. Okay, come look at that Simon Eberimagang. They said their army. Now their whole army. Look at the picture of ESN vigilante. Look at the picture of ESN vigilante of one state command. Somebody have any go. I want to be Biafra. Abatamado 8 ta. One each he went to Mado 14. One each had the 6. The other day had the 11. A video. I don't know about it. Legudabatoyi. Look at ESM picture. Leguda akova chataya. Abato yon ha. Legodu yawo I present ye madam mane wo mado. Ya wo mado bo bia gada. Ya bo awojento. Abato obi e. Chineke bekwere me ebere o. So owo na I hapun Simon here kai kali na. Kamade ga gbu onwe, ka ni gbu na onwe m. Mlocha ogu ya were ha ka mbira na. Asize na ya wa ami. Somebody that cannot control a youth of a village. Excuse me, Ibima Ochela. Ahujimo, very sick. But we'll continue. After all, I heard Nnamdi Kanu. Is he well? Those in detention, are they well? This is a battle without excuse. And what excuse? When we went to Umuahia 2017, when Nnamdi Kanu was telling us about sit at home, he told us, I don't want to complain. All I need is result. I don't need complain. God will tell me result. Troublemaker. Thank you. Thank you. So don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Ewo otonrazu. Okay. We know what we are doing. Legodunu ESN one day. Legodu picture ESN. Legodu Simon. Have you ever seen ESN reserve? I think you have seen video of ESN reserve. Not first batch, not second batch reserve, not even third batch reserve. Somebody be on a question de madu ego yogo simado 10. I said how gentle. Go phone every time. Every time you have to gentle. Up on non-government was the army. Biafrans, if you don't want to free Nnamdi Kanu, so ever Kanu Lazarus, that rubbish Kanu Lazarus, I can not be treated that matter special. The next broadcast, here Basarunu, Adam Alayani, that rubbish shouldn't be. Adam may analyze it. Adam Alayani complete. Thank you. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to bless our people, guide them, protect them, provide for them, lead them, continue to assist them, and make sure that the enemy continuously be in shame, because we are seeing them in shame. They are no longer presentable to the world as they did it to our fathers. Our father was not presentable. 67 to 70. Today, IPOB is presentable. We can go to any country, but Nigeria is running away from countries. That is to say, what they did to our fathers have returned to them. The blackmailing, they blackmail our father with the rebels. Today, they themselves have destroyed their own image. And IPOB consistency have proven it to the world. Nigeria is no longer presentable to meaningful countries. Nigeria is now useless, as they presented Biafran army to the world then. And that is why we'll continue to thank you. We'll continue to appreciate you. And what we ask from you to our people or upon our people is, we have read the Bible, we saw what the story about Joseph, and he said that the favor of God was upon Joseph. And in the house of Potiphar, he was highly favored in a strange land as a slave. And that is what we demand from thee upon our people wherever they are on the face of this planet Earth. Your favor is mostly needed now, because we do not have a country of our own, which you are using IPOB to restore. You are our ambassador. We have no ambassador. No embassy cares about us. Now, your favor upon them will always represent you wherever they are. So we ask for your favor upon them. Those that need work, give them favor. Because your favor upon them will attract the favor of all mankind, and they will favor them within and without. And that favor, you extend it to Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. And at the end, you alone must be glorified. Because IPOB, we will never take your glory. We are not qualified to take your glory. And we are not supposed to have IPOB. We are not supposed to have Nnamdi Kanu. We are not supposed to have ESN. Because we are wicked to you. but it is your love that our people inherited in Nnamdi Kanu. We inherited ESN, we inherited IPOB. It is your love. And that very IPOB have become the hope of our people. And we ask you to continue to sustain IPOB in this fight, which we know that victory is ours. In your name, Chi Ubu Okike. Abia, Amara, Poro, Ime, Ihenile. We have prayed. He said, thank you. Okay, you are going to family meeting. Thank you. We must continue. Thank you. I did that. Thank you. Thank you. From me, fearless IPOB evangelist Mazi Maduabuchi, and from here, our homeland radio Biafra, here in Biafra land, it is, what is the time? Good morning.